Alright, so today I'll be reading my rejection letters from grad school. Now, I only applied to 3 places, UPenn, UT Austin, and Georgia Tech, and got 2 rejections and 1 acceptance. Now, in my last video, I talked about that acceptance into UPenn and their online Master of Computer and Information Technology program, but today I'll just be reading about my response to the decision letters, ultimately rejections from the other schools. Now, it's pretty short, but I think I want to highlight why I was kind of interested in a certain program and a little bit about why maybe not be a particularly good fit for this program, and some idea from there. So first off, I'll be reading my decision letter from UT Austin. Now, I was initially attracted to the school because of its very cheap price, around $10,000, and it had a lot of courses and electives that I was interested in, mainly machine learning and data science. So let's read the rejection letter. So here it says, "Dear Spencer, Cedric, Sarah, thank you for your application to the Master in Computer Science online program at the University of Texas at Austin. Your application has been given careful consideration by the admissions committee, and regrettably, we are not able to offer you admission for fall 2020. Because of the volume of applicants, individual feedback cannot be provided to applicants who are not selected for admission. We sincerely appreciate your interest and wish you the best in your future education and career choices." All right, pretty standard. What's interesting is that there was no particular individual feedback. Obviously, there was a lot of applicants. This is a highly competitive program, being UT Austin for computer science, and especially the online aspect. Now, from what I would guess is I was a particularly good fit. I studied philosophy, and I didn't have many coursework in mathematics or computer science. And for here at UT Austin, one of the primary components is assessing that kind of ability so that they could see applicants reasonably passing well and going through the program with advanced and graduate coursework in CS. So with that, nothing more to say about that. Now for the next one, Georgia Tech. Georgia Tech had a bit of a longer response. Now it is pretty standard response, but I did think it was interesting what they said and kind of highlighting what I saw in there. So here it says, "Dear Spencer, on behalf of the faculty, I want to thank you for giving us the opportunity to consider your application for the online Master of Science in Computer Science program at the Georgia Institute of Technology for fall 2020. Your application and supporting documents have been carefully reviewed. The evaluation of applicants includes the consideration of many factors: previous academic achievement, work experience, TOEFL and/or IELTS scores, if applicable, letters of recommendation, and the answers to all application questions, including the background essay and statement of purpose." So pretty standard stuff about saying thank you for applying. Next, "I'm sorry to report that we are unable to admit you, as you do not have computer science or closely related degree or other technical and/or engineering background. Your supporting materials indicate that you would have trouble succeeding in this extremely demanding program, which encompasses a wide range of topics in computer science." So here's a bit of the idea of, okay, this is more geared towards people with a previous STEM, science, tech, engineering, or math background, and it's a helpful indicator for succeeding and passing through this program. It goes on here saying, "To demonstrate your academic CS capability, the best evidence and preparation is for you to take and successfully complete with a grade of B or better several junior, senior, or graduate level courses in computer science from an accredited academic institution in order that you would be better prepared for a future application to the OMS-CS program. Please note that your simply being enrolled in such courses is not sufficient. The admissions committee expects that you will have completed such courses with a final grade submitted with your new application." So here, I've only taken 4 CS courses in college, 2 introductory ones and 1 graduate one, all of which I did well and got a final grade for. And I'm taking another grad course right now in machine learning, but alas, don't have a final grade. Now here, this is kind of a further explanation why it's very helpful to have these evidence on your curriculum, transcripts, having these courses done well in, and having several of them as well. So I've only taken just a couple handful, and it's hard to kind of weigh out and predict how can that be a good indicator of succeeding in this program. Now, one of the things about this is that, okay, how do you vie for what may be a risky candidate, someone who might not be able to complete the program, who can concede at it, so on and so forth. So it goes on with saying, if you believe that this decision was made in error, more information can be found at how to request a decision appeal. It ends with, please note that less than 5% of reevaluations result in being granted admission. We do wish you the best of luck in your future academic endeavors. So I'm not going to be appealing for a decision. I'm pretty happy with the program I was already accepted into. But it is interesting to note that there's this option for some applicants on whether or not they want to provide more evidence that should consider further look and a later decision as well. So with that being said, have you guys been accepted to any of these programs I mentioned? Are you currently in the process of being accepted, rejected, or still applying to certain programs? I'd love to hear more. If you're interested in seeing more content like this, please subscribe. It really helps out, and I'd love to tell you more about it. So thanks for watching.